made it with Smiling Albino. Fantastic, totally awesome.
Hi there, my name is Daniel Fraser, and I'm a founder of Smiling Albino. Now, for 10 years, we've been providing unique adventures in Asia. And today, we're going to take a little trip through the famous sights and the side streets of Old Bangkok, meaning the old city of Bangkok. Now, obviously here, we're on the famous riverfront boulevard of the River of Kings, where behind us is the Grand Palace, and we're standing in one of the most famous, biggest temples called Wat Po. Now, I love these sites. They're one of my favorite places to go in the city. But I think the real magic is the little fine places in between. Small side streets and the places you might not see on your own. So instead of rushing back to your hotel after you see the big famous sites, why don't you stay a little longer? Why don't you explore? Why don't you be brave and follow some of the side streets and learn about the people and the quiet corners and the things that are generally off the grid of the general tourist trail. So just come along and bring a camera. One of my favorite places for a sunset drink anywhere in Thailand is the Arun residence right on the corner of Wat Po and the river. Fabulous views upstairs. Let's have a cocktail on the 5th floor. Watch your step. I cannot stress the importance of finding ideal places for coffee and cocktails while exploring the old city. And what better place than right in front of Wat Arun, or what they call the Temple of Dawn. It actually predates Bangkok. The reason we're here is because we're enjoying it in its perfect moment, which is sunset, right on the river. It's 6 o'clock. Perfect light and perfect air. It's not so hot. This is a really nice place to kind of get away from the heat, get away from the crowds, and sneak a peek at the riverside before going down to Chinatown. So even though we're about 6 blocks from some of the biggest sites, the famous tourist attractions, part of the old city and the charm is finding the small little streets that are totally nondescript, and I kind of always wonder, where do they go? So I spent a lot of time over the last 10 years exploring the places in between. And this little community is a great example of one of those. So let's go and take a look and see what's inside. Part of the magic of Bangkok at night is being able to get away from the big city streets and into the quiet corners where the real people live and where there's a different world that you might not see from the outside. And one day I just came walking through here thinking that there might be something interesting to see. There's a guidebook that my brother-in-law gave me, and it's a guidebook to Siam written in about 1917. And the first page has a perfect statement that says, you can be in the middle of the hustle and bustle of Bangkok and walk into a small, quiet street and come across old wooden buildings on stilts and come across friendly local people making food and discover a whole new world of the city. And that was written in 1917. So now in 2011, you can actually still capture that if you are willing to get off the main streets and explore a little bit of the old city like they did 120 years ago. I remember the first time I walked between these buildings into this little village, I questioned the wisdom of what I'm doing, and I came across this fantastic little community that really, it read like a guidebook from 1910, visiting old Bangkok. Sorry, lots of people coming to see. Hello! This is the friendly side of Bangkok, totally unscripted, that you're not going to find in front of the Grand Palace where everyone's trying to take you on a boat ride and charge you too much. But So, as I was saying, the first time I came in here, I stumbled across this fantastic early 20th century building that fuses some of the old European early Bangkok architecture, and I thought, how is it possible this amazing place is hidden between these worlds that you'd never see from the outside street? And then I realized that this is just a nice little village with friendly local people and dogs and locals coming home from work making their food, and I thought, this is the Bangkok that people really want to see, and this is the Bangkok that I love. This is the Bangkok that I call my home. Sure, there's the big, the big famous tourist sites, but this is fantastic. This is great. We're interrupting their dinner. All right, sticking with our theme of keeping through the back streets, not the main streets, just a few minutes from Chinatown in the Old Quarter is the flower and vegetable market, where we're standing right now, in front of this lady's stall. This is where, traditionally, 200 years ago, vegetables and produce from that side of the river, and all of the river communities up down the Chowphraya would come and bring their vegetables and flowers, and they then would spider out and network all over the city. And actually today, you have vegetables and fruit and flowers of all shapes and sizes from all around central Thailand that come here at night, and then people come and buy it, and it's a wholesale market to other places. But great place, great color, great characters, lots of activity, and again, you'd only find it by exploring through the back streets and getting a little more off the tried and true famous sites. So just get some good photos. Beautiful color.